Prime 10 here, and today I'm doing a video review of the Transformers Platinum Edition Ultra Magnus figure. This is number something something out of the 30th anniversary line for the Transformers Platinum Edition series. This is a Velcro thing right here. Oh, yeah, there it is. 3 out of 30. You can see the figure right there with his big Forge of Souls hammer, which I like, but I have problems with. And you can see we have a bio right here, if you guys want to give that a quick read, and some very cool art of Ultra Magnus. Obviously, the Transformers Prime rendition of Ultra Magnus. It's obviously a retool, slash, I guess, remold of the Transformers Prime Weaponizer Optimus Prime and the Autobot logo. But, close that up. It seems to, that with all the new Platinum editions, you can open up a Velcro thing. I guess that's their thing. More artwork of Ultra Magnus you have on the back here. You got some weapons spin into action, go out and power up, blah blah blah, for stupid modes. I didn't actually want to get this, but I received it as a gift, so whatever. But you got Transformers Platinum Edition there with some really nice looking Autobot logos. And alright, so that's basically it for the packaging, and I'm actually really excited to get this dude open. So without any further ado, let's get him out of his box. Alright guys, so here we have Ultra Magnus out of his box. Remember how I said how I was like really excited for this figure? Well, I do like it. I do like this figure. The robot mode's not bad. But let me ask you something. Well, obviously he drives around with the hammer in his vehicle mode when he still had it, but let me take that out. But let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a truck that looks like this? From the front, from right here on, it looks really good. I like the look of it. Nice translucent blue, white, dark blue, and it looks good. But not only do you have these giant things, which, no, they are not smokestacks. Don't try to pass those off as smokestacks. These are his faux chest windows. It sucks. I'm sorry, but this vehicle mode is crap. This gun is crap. This hammer's pretty nice, but because of the way it's designed, it's crap. Now, I'm sorry, guys. I do sound very negative, and I don't like to do that in my reviews. But I'm sorry, but you just don't design a toy like this. I mean, you got these giant things hanging off the side. You can see the inside of his legs and his arms. And you got these things hanging off here. Here, it's a gun. It's not even close to how great the first edition's Optimus was. It doesn't even finish on the bottom. It suffices, but that's not the real weapon. I don't like that. It's not even painted. It's garbage. This hammer, I really do like. It's painted blue. It's painted gold. And it has detail. Unlike the Voyager Magnus. But he can't hold it. I could use this more as a gavel than I can for Ultra Magnus's robot mode. It's a gavel. Order in the court. Alright, so obviously this is a weaponizer. To weaponize it, you just pull down that, and you press the button, and oh, he's gonna attack the ground. Now, there we go. Now they're kind of up, but not really. Shoot the ground. I hate you, bugs. And you can see through. To pull him back in, I guess you can just push him back, and well, there's really a thing on the bottom here where I don't bring that back up, tab that in, and now it's semi-decent again. But I'm sorry, I cannot stand this vehicle mode. Whenever there's a bad Transformer, because I try to give things leeway, I'll be like, okay, that's not that bad, I like it. But this is terrible. You have a really nice Autobot logo there with a nice white paint, silver paint. It's really nice paint details. It kind of reminds me of the American flag. But you can see his hands, and these problems were present on the Weaponizer Optimus Prime, but they weren't as bad because you didn't have, I don't think there were windows hanging off, and I don't think he had giant shoulder pads, which I know we have to give Magnus because he has giant shoulder pads, but still, something could have been done. They could have found a way to make them it was a way to make money. What do you want me to tell you? Alright, but now for the mode that I really do kind of like, the robot mode. What you want to do is you want to bring these up, like so. And then you want to bring this down. Okay. And then you want to separate these, fold out the feet, and then unpeg the arms. Okay. And then fold these out, and then it just becomes a hot mess. And then see if I can get that to stand. So, coming up here, you want to swivel these garbage mess up, and then you want to take the guns and bring those in, and then this is going to come back and rotate around onto his back, like so. Okay, like that. That's not that, okay, and they come out. They come out sometimes because there's buttons everywhere that do it. It gets very annoying. You bring up his head, and then you bring this up, and then these come in, and then this pegs in, which this is very cool. He has like a matrix chamber. And then you guys can barely see, so I'll try and make that a little bit brighter. And then you fold down his arms, twist his hands, just twist them. Okay, and then you bring down the arms, and his guns come out again. Bring those down. But ladies and gentlemen, here you have the Platinum Edition Ultra Magnus in his robot mode. Now, like I said, this is the one of the two modes that I actually enjoy. Why do I enjoy it? It looks good. It really does. Minus the gigantic backpack due to the dumb feature, which it's for some reason not as big on this guy. I remember it being a lot bigger on Optimus. I think they transform a little bit differently. I could be wrong. I never had Optimus. But first, let's get my complaints out of the way. My first complaint is he's too big, but that's what happened when you use the weaponizer mode, which is fine. So, ignoring that, I don't like that. Now, again, you're reusing the weaponizer mode, so you can't get rid of that. They could have if they wanted to. They didn't. This looks fine, this little button here, but then when you pull it down, I don't like how it looks down there, and it leaves this big thing in his chest, which doesn't bother me. But hey, and I guess this whole gun thing, you can, by the way, you can just push that button or the button on his back. I'm not going to get into good depth about that. But this is, this isn't terrible looking. I do like the way that looks. I just will not display him like that, because he looks dumb. But other than that, it's a great representation of Ultra Magnus. For his articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you actually do get some good rotation out of that. The arms are on a, I guess, universal joint, but are prohibited by these gigantic shoulder pads. The elbows are on a swivel joint, and then there's a cut at the upper arm, and then the wrist will also swivel. He has a universal joint at his hips, and a ratchet joint going out. He has a ratchet jointed knee, and just about zero articulation in his foot, except they go down. Now, these stupid guns, if I could find a way to remove a spring, or whatever makes those come out, I might do it. I might remove that mechanism, because it's really annoying. Now, like I said, I did say that I did slightly enjoy this hammer, but we'll wait on that. For his gun, you can just plug that in, and it looks like he's holding it, and it's puny. It's not what it should look like. Bothers me. But this hammer, this looks really good. So, I do really like this, because it's obviously a fantastic representation of what the Forge of Souls Prime looks like in Transformers Prime. You got the blue, you got the gold, it looks great, and honestly, Ultra Magnus uses it, it's his weapon. So, what they want you to do is, at least I believe this is what they want you to do, this is how I would think, there's two handles, you can see there's one there, and there's one there. Now, you would think, who would hold a hammer like that, or who would hold a hammer like that? That's just weird. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put one in there, and then put one in there. There we go. So then he can hold it like that, which looks good. It does look like he's like holding the handle with two hands. But then there's like the problem, which I'll tell you my problem. I really wish he could hold this like a normal hammer. Why they couldn't just have those on there, but then be able to clip it in and slide it up so that it wouldn't fall out. I mean, just what? But like, I don't understand why he couldn't hold it like a normal hammer. Maybe have this come off, have his hand slip on, and have that clip back on. I'm pretty sure maybe if you take an X-Acto knife, you could shave this down and plug it into his hand. I guess that might work. I'm unaware. I'm not good with stuff like that. But this is nice and heavy. I really like this. But to the figure itself, I have to give it credit. It's a fantastic representation of like Ultra Magnus, not fantastic. The Voyager is obviously better in a lot of ways, but I do really like this, not the mold per se, but I don't know if these are supposed to be up or outer. I kind of just leave them in. There we go. But, Ultra Magnus himself looks really good. I like the white face. I do. One thing I mentioned that I do really like is how he has an opening matrix chamber. I mean, it's obviously not meant to be that, but, you know, imagination. But, it's a really nice figure. It is. I shall give it that. I can totally see this as being Ultra Magnus in the days of the war, ruling the Autobot, I guess, Elite Guard maybe, and commanding Autobot soldiers in training and being their training guy. I can totally see that. That's where the feeling I get with this, and then when he's kind of, not retired, but, like, not as much in the game anymore, the war is over, is what we see in Transformers Prime. But, I do really like this figure. It is not terrible by any means necessary. That was not the right term to use, was it? I mean, the hammer, I'll probably end up finding a way to make this so that he can hold it normally, maybe shaving down the handle. And this gun blends in with my board. This is not terrible. Maybe I'll do some custom paint work on that, and when I say I might, I'm probably not going to. But, it doesn't look terrible. The robot mode, I think, is a very nice mold. It has some nice molding, and the gimmick, as much as I hate it, isn't terrible. It's for kids. But, like, then again, this is Platinum Edition, which, I don't know even know what that means anymore. But, yeah, I really do like this figure, and I don't think it's worth picking up. I think there are 1,000 other Platinum Edition figures that are a lot better than this. But I guess if you want a big Ultra Magnus and want a weaponizer, go ahead and get this. But I can't really recommend it. Now, to transform him back to his vehicle mode, we're going to pick up these shoulder pads. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to open up his Matrix Chamber of Death. I'm kidding, it's not really of death at all. You're going to fold that down, and then you're going to take his little grill thing, and bring that up towards the top, and then take these, and then peg those together. Fold up the feet. Okay. And then you're going to come down here. And sorry about that, but then you're gonna bring that like so, and then bring this back, and then you can fold down the hands if you so wish. That's a strange term. Bring this back, and then bring that in, and then fold the hand down. And then this is supposed to tab in, but the tabs are very hard to line up. Okay. Okay, and then these just come back. And then these come down. They don't really even tab into anything, I don't think. And ladies and gentlemen, here you have Ultra Magnus back in his disgusting vehicle mode. And someone's gonna yell at me saying, oh, you're too negative. And I'll admit, maybe I have been a little negative during this review. But like I said, I think his robot mode isn't fantastic, but I do think it is a really good-looking vehicle mode. No, not vehicle mode. This is terrible. I hate this. The robot mode is nice, but that's okay, because that's how I display my figures, in their robot mode. Oh my gosh, I don't like this figure. But then you can peg that, and then bring that, and then this pegs into the back. Right there. And then the gun, you can put it on there, you can just throw it in the back like I do. But alright guys, thanks for watching this review of the Transformers Platinum Edition Ultra Magnus figure. I hope you enjoyed it. You probably didn't, because I was a negative Nelly the whole time. But, yeah, so it's really not that terrible of a figure. If you see it and you want something, go ahead and get it, but I honestly recommend a lot of other stuff before I would get this. Go get a nice Beast Hunters Ultra Magnus figure. But alright guys, thanks for watching this review, and, alright, have a great day.